You're not lazy. It's just that your brain is addicted to instant rewards. It sounds like an exaggeration, right? And yet, every time you open Instagram or smoke a cigarette, every time you watch pornography or eat junk food, you're literally manipulating your brain chemistry. And the scariest part is that you don't even notice it. Why does studying for 20 minutes feel impossible, but watching videos for an hour feels effortless? It's not about willpower, it's about dopamine, the neurotransmitter that controls motivation, focus, and pleasure. Dopamine is the currency your brain uses to pay for motivation. It's what pushes you to seek rewards, take action, and finish what you start. But here's the truth. Dopamine isn't released when you get a reward, but when you're about to get it. When you're about to open a message, when you see those three little typing dots, when you're about to take the first bite of pizza. That's when your brain releases dopamine. It's not the pleasure itself, it's the anticipation of pleasure. Once, dopamine only came after effort, hunting, learning, building, socializing. But today, you can trigger it with zero effort. One click, one like, one notification. Every small action gives you a microdose of dopamine, dozens, even hundreds of times a day. It might seem harmless, but it's not, because the brain wasn't designed for constant stimulation. Think of your dopamine system like a speaker. If you keep the volume too high for too long, the sound becomes distorted. So your brain adapts to that new level, becomes less sensitive, and sets it as the new normal volume. Everything below that level stops being noticeable. The same happens with dopamine. And when it does, everyday life starts to feel flat. If too much dopamine is released, the brain adapts, and everything that doesn't reach that level feels boring. Conversations feel boring. Work becomes unbearable. Reading a book becomes a challenge. Even things you used to enjoy no longer mean anything to you. You're not lazy, you're desensitized. And when dopamine sensitivity drops, you need stronger and stronger stimuli to feel motivated. So you spend more time on social media. You eat that dessert you shouldn't. You jump from app to app, from video to video. One more, and then I'll stop. But the truth is, you never stop. You keep going, and then you feel guilty. So the question is, how can you break this cycle and take back control of your mind? Online, everyone talks about dopamine detox, but most people don't actually know what it means. They tell you to turn off your phone for a week, quit TV, even quit music. They tell you to meditate for 30 minutes a day and stop eating anything that gives you pleasure. But that's not a detox. That's punishment. And it doesn't work. Because dopamine isn't the enemy. It's what gives you curiosity, desire, enthusiasm. Without dopamine, you wouldn't do anything. The problem isn't dopamine itself, it's the balance between fast dopamine and slow dopamine. Fast dopamine hits instantly. Social media, likes, pornography, messages, sugar. It feels good in the moment, but drains you afterward. Slow dopamine comes from progress, training, learning, completing something. It takes time, but gives you long-lasting energy. The problem is that today we're flooded with fast dopamine and starving for slow dopamine. So, how do you restore the balance? Step 1. Identify your dopamine leaks. Every time you feel the urge to check your phone, pause for 3 seconds and ask yourself, what am I trying to avoid? Boredom? Discomfort? Loneliness? That tiny moment of awareness, that 3-second pause, is the first sign that you're taking back control. It's your brain realizing, I can choose, not my impulse. Step 2, slow down your dopamine sources. You don't have to eliminate everything. You just have to make instant stimuli harder to access. Uninstall an app for a week. Hide sweets on the top shelf where it's harder to reach them. Put your phone in another room while you study. The easier it is to access a stimulus, the harder it is to resist. But making it harder gives you time to think, those 3 seconds we talked about, and regain control. Step 3, rebuild slow dopamine. At first, it will feel impossible. Working out, reading, learning, it all feels boring because you can't see results yet. But don't stop. Use the method I explain in this video, which will help you start in a simple way, almost without noticing it. After a few days or weeks, you'll feel something shift. Your brain adapts. And when dopamine starts flowing naturally again, motivation comes back with it. It's like starting a diet. At first, all you see is sacrifice, discipline, cravings, the discomfort of giving things up. It's too early to see results, so it feels like you're suffering for nothing. But after a few months, when you finally see changes in the mirror, something changes. The satisfaction of seeing how far you've come takes over and pushes you to keep going. And day after day, that initial frustration fades, leaving space for something much greater: the awareness of what you've achieved. And here comes the best part. The secret isn't quitting social media, it's using it after you've built your slow dopamine. Use it as a reward, not as an escape. For example, listen to music while cleaning your house, or watch a video after doing something difficult, or while doing it, but not to avoid doing it. That way, dopamine goes back to doing its real job, motivating you, not distracting you. But there's still one more problem you must overcome if you don't want to ruin all your progress. The brain adapts to everything, even good habits. And if you don't introduce variety, it will go back to seeking stronger stimuli. So once you restore balance, don't stop there. Experiment, change your environment, challenge yourself with new activities. The secret isn't avoiding dopamine, it's training it. And you're probably wondering, okay, but how long does it take? The answer is less than you think, but more than you hope. It depends on the habit you want to break and how long you've had it. For some, it takes days. For others, weeks. For others, months. But the point isn't doing it fast, it's doing it consistently. And when you finally feel that natural motivation again, remember this: it's not magic, it's chemistry. Only this time, you're the one controlling it. Try this small experiment as soon as the video ends. Uninstall an app like TikTok for 24 hours. Notice how often you look for it, how much you miss it, and what happens inside you. Then write in the comments which app you want to uninstall or already have, and share your experience. And after doing it, if you still can't focus, if every second you look for a distraction, then stop for a moment. Because that difficulty in staying focused is not a habit or a personality trait. It's a warning sign. It means multitasking is preventing you from concentrating as you should. And until you fix it, you'll keep feeling busy without actually getting anything done. That's why in the next video, I'll show you how to enter deep work, a mental state you've never truly experienced, not because you're incapable, but because dopamine has trained you to get distracted every 10 seconds. After watching it, you'll be able to enter such a deep level of concentration that it will permanently change the way you work, think, and manage your life.